Well, good day everybody. Welcome back to another upload of It's a Dyer Thing. What are you looking at? That's right, man. It is the Yamaha 2023 MT-10SP. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Rob here, and before we go any further, don't forget to hit that notification and the subscription button. This way you'll always be up to date on everything I do. Oh my God, look at that, it's OLED! Anyways, yeah, so there you go. Hopefully you guys have actually enjoyed the unboxing therapy of the MT-10 as I was taking it out of the crate. If you haven't done so, do check back in my my videos and you'll see it right there. I can also put a link to the actual video on this right now. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, it is now going to be all about accessorizing it, personalizing it, making it unique and adding it to some spicy flavor. So that's what we're actually going to be doing today. So I do got quite a bit of accessories to be putting on here. So we are going to be putting a combination of genuine Yamaha accessories and then a little bit of aftermarket and then some personalized custom built accessories. It's going to be known as the MT-10SP M. Why do I say M? Because there we go. So we got a lot of carbon fiber. There's still a lot more to come, but at least this way it's a good start. So let's kind of go over the items that we do have on here, and then we'll kind of tune in back and forth on the actual video as I'm progressing in the installation. We have the Genuine Yamaha Sport Shield. I did customize it just a little bit myself. We have a genuine, this is the first generation Yoshimura pipe. Yoshimura. We're going to be putting that on. We'll see how we get with that. That'll be interesting. Then we've got some of the carbon fiber bits here. So this is quite a bit. They all look so good, right? So. And then we got the front fender here, and then we still got to put the factory decals on there. And this is what I did with this one here. These are the factory decals, so I ordered those ones separately, and I put them on. So then we got Genuine Yamaha Heated grips, and a tidy tail, which I'm still unsure about. We will see. I do have a bit of wrapping here that I can put, which will be kind of going underneath these little sections here, right? The hidden sections, because they haven't made any carbon yet. So, but I will dress that up and see how we make out with that. So anyways, let myself get geared up here and ready. And let's start accessorizing the Yamaha MT-10SP 2023. All right, so as we're progressing along nice and slowly, I've started to swap out some of the body panels already. So we've got a couple of things that we've removed here. So we've got the seat off, got the side air dam off. I've removed this tank cover, I guess the tank side cover off. So that's quite simple. There's a couple of screws here, and then these are actually push rubber grommet pins and that. So once you have everything loose and you've removed the bolt, kind of take your time and jiggle it nice and slowly, and this will actually pop off, which then it gives me access to change out this cover. So I had to do all this to change out this cover. So now we're going to go ahead and put these guys back on here. So that's quite simple. So that's going to be like that. I don't need to, okay, you know what, let's go ahead and do this. Are fitting up pretty nice. I'm quite pleased. Again, it's carbon fiber, man. It's not plastic, right? So it always does require a little bit of finesse, a little bit of work to get on. Fit and finish is not always necessarily the same as plastic molded factory pieces, right? But for the most part, I think it's going pretty darn well. So not that there's a issue, but the finish on some pieces, we'll see how it goes. Once I get it all on, and I'll kind of analyze it and then see if I keep any of those pieces or if I take them off and then swap them out or find a different fastening to get them on. So we'll just keep tagging along here and progressing along. So next thing I'm going to do is the side covers here. I got the chain guard here, and then I got this chain guard here, so I don't know if I have to take the wheel off. I might have to take the damn wheel off. I hate that. And then I got this piece here. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So let's get to that. And all right, so we've been progressing quite well for the most part. Did a lot of carbon fiber changes. Here, let's bring this up a bit. So now I'm just working on this little side cover here. This is the rad cover. I did run into a snag, and I'll show the images as to the issue that we're dealing with in regards to the back panel, which is kind of deflects the air more into the rad. On factory, everything connects up super nice. With the carbon fiber bits here, they don't have the proper backing on it, so it doesn't fit very nice. So you ended up like with 2 pieces that are kind of flapping. Anyways, the pictures will kind of show you as to what it is. So I just went out for lunch and I got back and I'm like, these pieces are the focal point of this whole build, right? I mean, this is what this is all about. Other than, you know, you got the top air intake there, which is also carbon fiber. So for the most part, a lot of it is carbon fiber. We've got the fenders on, we've got the side tank, we've got the mud flap, we've got the chain guard, chain guide, or chain guide, chain guard. That's all done. We got the intake. It was just that piece there, so it kind of really stood out, not being carbon fiber. I mean, come on, man. It just, bleh. So I was out on lunch. And I was just thinking, and I'm like, there's got to be a way I can do this rather than having to go back to the vendor and go back and forth and have them try to rebuild it and all that. I said, you know what? I'm going to, because I have some really good quality, nice finished carbon fiber wrap. I said, because I was intended to wrap the back part anyways, this piece, just to kind of finish it off to make it look nice. So there we go. There's the front, there's the back. Front, back. I said, how about if I just kind of overlay a little bit of my carbon into the front, which kind of goes in the front anyways, so it's kind of hidden, but then this way it will allow me to adhere the back looseness, because it's flopping around, onto the front, which is what I did. I used a little bit of double-sided tape on the inside here that helps me also adhere it all together. And then I think I'm going to fill it in with a little bit of epoxy. This back panel is cheap to replace, if anything, that I need to be. But I might do that, either some expanding foam or probably epoxy. I think epoxy will hold it on better. Then this way I know it won't flop off. And it still gives me the carbon fiber finish, which is what I'm after, which is what I'm going for here. So now I can get back to finishing my build, because this was what it was all about. It was all about this piece here that made it super nice. So other than that, I've done the exhaust. I've installed the Yoshimura pipe from the first generation MT. Here, let's come for a walk. So I did the install of the Yamaha Yoshimura MT-10 pipe. This is from the first generation. It fits up. I still use the existing clamp and the gasket, which is nice, but the gasket doesn't go inside or rests up against the Yoshimura pipe. So really, it's more of a kind of like a help to capture the carbon as it builds up. The pipe itself, so this is the stock exhaust. This pipe itself is slightly smaller in diameter than this Yoshimura pipe or the stock pipe. So I used some aluminum gasket tape to kind of like fill it up. I just needed one layer, one round. That kind of really filled it all up, and then between that and then the gasket and the mount, it's on and it looks super, super clean, right? So there is a way around it. You can definitely get it installed for the most part. But yeah, so as you can see here, stands out like a sore thumb. So now it will be carbon fiber. I am still waiting on this piece here to be carbon fiber. So I may actually just even wrap it. We'll see. So I'm gonna get this all assembled, put this on, that last piece on. Everything else is all done. Mirrors I gotta go on. I gotta put the quad mount on. And then I would like to finish it up with my awesome windshield here. And then that's almost about it. The heated grips, put the heated grips on, and then that will be done for the day, I think. So trying to get all the little bits and things to work together. And working with carbon fiber, you got to take your time, right? It's all about doing it nice, doing it right, and then the outcome will be super, super nice. As you can kind of search Google images and stuff like that, there really isn't much images or videos out there of the new generation MT-10 or MT-10SP with these carbon fiber bits. So I did do an unboxing video of those pieces, so you can definitely go take a look at that. I'll also link it onto this video here. So that was done. There's a couple of companies out there that do them, but most of it is all made overseas through companies in China. So I just went straight to the source, and I just got it from AliExpress through. The pricing is absolutely phenomenal, but then again, like I said, be ready to do a little bit of tweaking in order to get things to fit properly, right? So basically saying, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. All right, so what we're doing now is actually getting the sport windshield on. So that is the actual sport windshield compared to the stock windshield. Not that there's anything wrong with the stock windshield, but it does, it doesn't do anything, right? So just following the guidelines here. So you had to, in regards to doing the sport shield, you do have to take off the original bracket mount, and then we're replacing it with this new mount here. So just kind of going through the install sheets on that. Quite simple. Not to, the install sheets on here, I'll show you, they're pictograms, right? They're picture images for install. So they are very, very easy to follow through. That rubber piece goes there, that rubber piece goes there. All right, and these guys basically go on that. That's tightened, so we got the little mesh, that's tightened. This rubber trim goes here. Those three pieces go there. Let's get that on. That's weird. Right, well the windshield is done, and that's really actually fairly tricky. That's really, really nice. So this is the Genuine Yamaha Sport Windshield. Now I've added up my own little stuff to it here, so I've added the carbon fit, but the actual styling and design, it's a little bit taller than the first generation MT-10. Now again, if you're comparing it to factory windshield, yeah, it is a little bit taller. The first generation was probably coming up to around there, but for the most part, I mean, on a good day, long day riding, when you're doing 10, 12 hours, you do need a nice shield to kind of just take the pressure off of your chest there. It does get quite tiring and quite long. So but for the most part, there we go, man. We're almost getting down to the last of it here. So like I said, I had the MT-10 exhaust. I still have the tidy tail to do here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get to that today. It's just taking, some of the things were taking just a little bit longer than what I was expecting. For the most part, this was the hardest job. Here is the actual rad guard. When you look on the inside here, you can see, yeah, that this one is kind of got a carbon fiber now, but that was a plastic covering which connects up properly to the outside rad guard, but not onto the carbon fiber one. So basically I adhered it together and I put a little bit of carbon fiber wrap. So for the most part, you really can't see unless you're really looking. But I'm just going to continue to work it a little bit better and better just to get it to fit up real nice. But for the most part, I still did want to carbon fiber wrap these pieces here, but that's going to be more of a summer job, I think, once I get the bike home and just kind of like chilling out a little bit. For the most part, I just want to get it up and out of here, but looking good, man. I'm super, super stoked. So we're going to do the bar risers, and then we'll install the quad lock phone mount here. So that's what we're doing next, is the bar risers. All right, so the next thing that we're going to be doing here is the actual risers. So I'm only going up by 20 millimeters, but it's going to change the whole position from this to a little bit more like this. That, and then in conjunction with the windshield, it's going to be a super comfortable ride. So very, very simple. It comes as 2 per package. You basically take off the top layer, you put this one underneath the handlebar rests on top, and then this clamps back on top of that, and then it comes with longer fasteners. So really, it's a simple procedure. Do go for the better quality finished ones, because then this way you can see there's a specific shape here. The alignment on that is absolutely precise, right? So you just want to kind of make it all finish up nice. So let's get that done. All right, so there you have it, guys. For the most part, everything is pretty much done. It is the MT-10SP Carbon Edition here. So we've got so far, right, the fender, the side rad covers, the intakes, the lower tank guards, the tail, the exhaust, under seat, and the tail piece itself there, right? So it went on for the most part pretty smooth. There was a couple of little hiccups, a couple of little glitches with the inner pieces here, but I mean, I managed to kind of have a workaround for that. I will continue to work on that come springtime. Other than that, the windshield, so we put the tall windshield on. We got the bar risers as well. Does change a bit of the geometry of the handlebars. I like my handlebars forward. I might have to push them back just a little bit. We'll see how that goes, just so that it doesn't come into conflict with this and this, but I do like to run with my levers kind of down, so they are set in a proper position now. Other than that, we got the MT-10 Yoshimura pipe, so that went on as well fairly smoothly. No complaints there. So all we got to do now is almost get it ready and get her just finished up with the PDI. Make sure go over all the specs and get some gas in it, and let's get running. So there we go. The season is officially started. MT-10. Yeah.